I played basketball for over 10 years, and I made my fair share of mistakes. And now I'm a basketball trainer fixing the mistakes of other players. Here's the 12 most common ones I've seen. Are you making any of these mistakes? Let's find out. Mistake number one is going too wide. When I was younger, I had this same problem. I would take too wide of an angle on my drives, and I let the defense dictate where I was going instead of staying on my line. My old basketball trainer gave me that mindset of staying on my own line. But what does that really mean? I imagined a line was on the court below me, and I had to stay on that line. And it is my job to bump the defender off of my line so I can stay on it instead of having him bump me off. And you can go wide sometimes. Sure, it might be a better opportunity for you, but when you're just trying to get downhill, don't let the defense dictate where you go. Mistake number two is dribbling with your head down. This is a problem that mostly comes up with the players I work with in person. I imagine you've heard it before. Keep your head up. Don't dribble with your head down. The reason why coaches will tell you to keep your head up is because that's how you can see the floor. You can see everything going on. But when you're staring at the ground, all you see is the ground. You don't see everything else, and you can't be aware. A great way to fix this is to pound your dribbles instead of rolling them through. The more confidence you have that the basketball is going to reach your other hand, the less you have to look at the floor. Think about it like this. If you were pounding the basketball in one spot, you wouldn't really have to look at the floor because you know it's going to end up in the same spot. Now try to do a between the legs dribble. You might have to look down just to make sure it's going to get to the other hand. But the more practice you get and the more you pound that basketball and get comfortable with getting that ball from one spot to another, the less you'll have to look at the floor. Mistake number three, overcomplicating the game. My old trainer had a quote: basketball is easy, but getting good is hard. Read your defender. See which foot is higher. Look at how they're positioned. And just take a look at what they're giving you. Don't overcomplicate everything. Use the advantages that you have. Maybe a defender sagged off of you and he's having a late closeout. Or maybe he's overplaying you and you can cut back door. I know everything isn't black and white. There are some gray areas. But when it is black and white, just do it. Don't overthink it. Mistake number four, raising up when you dribble. There's a difference between having a hesitation dribble and standing straight up. I want you to stay low while you dribble. The reason why is because whenever you pop up, you lose all of your momentum. Your ability to explode out is just taken away. Having that lower center of gravity will help you with that explosiveness. Now, it's okay to raise your chest to see the floor, especially if you're doing a hesitation dribble. You're going to raise your chest. But that doesn't mean you stand straight up. Number five, focusing on the numbers. If you worry about percentages and your stats, that's going to lead to overthinking. I need you to take it one play at a time, one moment at a time. I need you to be present. Here's a nice little metaphor for you, or a nice phrase. When you think about the past, you might feel regret. You might feel ashamed. But when you think about the future, you might feel anxiety. But if you look at the present, you look at now, you see what's in your control. The past is gone. You can't do anything about it. It's over with. That turnover, that air ball, it's gone. It's done. The future, it's not even here yet, and it's not even guaranteed. So focus on what you do have. Focus on what's in your control, and that is the present moment. Mistake number six, staying in the same gear. I've seen players that go 100 miles an hour for an entire basketball game, and I've seen the other side of the extreme where players go 10 miles an hour for an entire basketball game. Neither one is more right or wrong than the other. They're actually both incorrect. If you want to get by defenders much easier and you want to increase your overall shiftiness, you want to get by defenders, oh, look at them, I'm cooking them. If you want that, you need to be able to change your speeds faster. So you don't have to go 100 miles an hour, right? You might not be the most athletic or fast player out there. You don't have to be. Look at guys like Luka Doncic, right? They have the ability to change their speeds fast. He might go from 20 miles per hour to 40 miles per hour faster than you can even blink. right? He's not going 100 miles an hour, but that difference makes a huge gap between him and the defender because the defender gets caught off guard. Focus on changing your speeds, not trying to be ultra fast or taking your sweet old time. Number 7. This is probably the biggest one on this list. Not looking to score. You should always look to score first. If you attack the defense, it puts pressure on them. And this doesn't mean you're being a ball hog, all right? I want to get that out the way. People might say to me, oh, Mark, if I look to score every possession, that's going to be a problem. No. You're looking at it the wrong way, man. When you're attacking, you're opening things up for the rest of your team. The reason why is, all right, let's say you drive into the paint and 4 guys collapse in on you, right? Now you have the opportunity to kick it out. But if you didn't look to score, you would have never got yourself into the paint and you wouldn't be in a scoring position. You're not making yourself a threat on the court. And if you're not a threat on the court, guess what? You have no gravity. The defense doesn't care about you. So they're just going to leave you alone and they'll be able to guard everybody else. Mistake number 8, being too hard on yourself. This is one I need to remind myself of too. You get a turnover, you air ball. All right, so what? Life goes on, bro. You could go 1 for 5 or you can go 1 for 500. It doesn't make a difference. The world keeps spinning. The sun's still shining. You're fine. But the only failure I will say that there is in life, there is a failure that exists. That failure is giving up. So you take the losses and you say, oh man, this is too difficult for me. I'm just going to quit. I think that's failure. But that's not what you're doing. So you should be proud of yourself for sticking in it, man. You have been going through some struggles, some trials and tribulations, but you're still triumphing over it because you're staying in the game. And you need to remember, these are Bible verses. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare yourself to this guy over there or that person over there, you're going to look at their success and say, man, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not in their position? But sometimes it's just because you're on a different path. And you comparing yourself to somebody else is like comparing apples and oranges, bro. An apple is nothing like an orange. Yes, they're both fruits, right? Just like we're both human beings. That doesn't mean an apple has to be like an orange. That might sound corny, might sound cliche, but sometimes we need to be reminded of that, man. I know I do, and I should take my own advice. Another Bible verse for you is you will reap what you sow. So the work that you're putting in, all this effort, all this energy, you're starting to think, oh man, I don't even think it's worth it anymore because I'm not getting the success I want. I'm not getting the playing time I want. I'm not getting this, and this. But work works. It's either working on you or it's working for you. So maybe it's not working for you right now. Maybe you're not seeing the results come to fruition, right? But it is working in you. And the person you are today is different than the person you were yesterday because of the work you put in. Oh, come on, bro. Ooh, okay. Oh, gosh, that was a bar. Okay. Anyway, that was an unscripted bit. I'm not going to lie. All right, lock in. Keep pushing. Be patient. And have faith in yourself and have faith in God, man. Trust in Jesus Christ. He's got you. All right. Mistake number 9, not having a plan. No plan means slower improvement because you don't have a strategy for improvement. You can create something that works around your schedule, that works around your life, because events are always going to pop up. School might take longer than you thought. You might have to study extra, right? But if you can create a plan that works for you, you will improve much faster because you'll be consistent. You just have to stick to a plan, all right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't overwhelm yourself. You just have to stick to it. I have workout plans. Check the link in the description. I think they're pretty cool. Other people do as well. Just saying. Shameless plug out of the way. Number 10, overlooking the fundamentals. We're putting too much focus on highlight reels and flashy moves, bro. We're looking at TikTok, Instagram, looking at all these cool Ball is Life, ESPN, Max Preps, whatever the heck. We see these things and we're like, ooh, I gotta be like that. But that's not how real basketball is played, man. Most of basketball is based off of the fundamentals. The fundamentals are the foundation of your game. So Think about it like a pyramid. I've said this before. The wider your base, the wider your fundamentals are, the higher the peak will be. So your potential is based upon how much you worked on the fundamentals. Mistake number 11, pushing your shot instead of flicking it. When you shoot, you should have one solid fluid motion. There should be no pause or jerk in the shot. It should just be one motion, man. I want you to think about your release like this too, because I see this problem a lot. A lot of players shoot the ball out and then up. So when you're shooting, I want you to reframe it. Think up, then out. So that release goes up, you're flicking, it goes upwards, and the ball goes out. It's not out, then up. It's up, then out. Mistake number 12, creating unnecessary pressure. Basketball is important, and anybody that just says to you, it's just a game, bro, they don't get it like you do, and like I do. But there is no need to create pressure, because basketball is something you love. You know what leads to burnout is putting pressure on something that you once loved, and then beginning to ask yourself, did I ever like this thing? Like, what changed? I guess this isn't my passion anymore. And then we get into that cycle. If you want to have more success in basketball and you want to have longevity, you want to play the game for a long time, you got to drop that pressure, bro. Real pressure, as Damian Lillard put it, was not knowing if you'll have food on the table. Real survival. That's pressure. But basketball, man, it's supposed to be fun. There's a quote, if you're not having fun, you're probably not doing it right. Don't let other people create pressure within you, because you are the one that's in charge of your destiny, and you are the one that is choosing to play this game. If you don't like it, stop playing. Ask yourself this question. Is this pressure, or is this thing that you're worrying about with the game of basketball going to affect you 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3? If not, there's no need to worry about it now. I hope this video provided some value for you. If you want me to coach you personally in your basketball journey, click that top link in the description. It should say, want me to coach you. Just understand this is a limited time offer. By the time you're seeing this video, the offer might not still be standing because all the spots will be filled. But if you're interested, click that link. And if you would like to know how to play better in basketball games without more training, click this video. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro.